Hi, this is Tom with ImaginaryColors.com. I'm going to show you today a really unique way to use our LED snowfall and blizzard lights. Now you're looking at the window of a fireworks stand in Belleville, Kansas, and it's kind of a dark corner right here. And so what I suggested that they do is get some lights to hang in their windows so you could see this store from down the street and not just in the front window. And of course they didn't want it to look Christmassy, and so Christmas lights is kind of out of the question. But I said, why don't you take our snowfall lights and instead of having them fall downward, have them shoot upward, so it would imply fireworks, and nobody would ever think that they're Christmas lights, right? Well, they thought that was an okay idea, so we tried an experiment, and what you're seeing is the result of that experiment. So what we have is a very short blue tube. That's the one on your left there. That's a little 12-inch tube, and then the green is the longer one, and the purple is probably a 32 or 39-incher. And these lights in this window are brilliant enough to see them all the way down. Go 180 degrees down the street. It's a block and a half away is the movie theater. That's what you're seeing right there. So people can come out of the movie theater and see this building. Okay, that is going to be good for business. Now, in the front of the building, let's go around there and you'll see what else we did. From a business perspective, some of what you want to do is give people a good feeling about shopping at your store. And one of the ways to do that is to have them feel good from the moment they see your store. So who could not feel good in seeing these kinds of lights before they even set foot in the store? Now the fireworks sign there is backlit. Now the fireworks sign you see there is painted with tempera paints on the glass. And so what we did is we took some snowfall lights that are shaped like kind of like a string of firecrackers, and we taped them to the glass on the inside behind the paint. And the neat effect about that is you won't be able to see in the video, but what really worked out nicely with that is the paint is translucent enough to see the lights, but it diffused the light and making it actually show up a lot better than it did when we have the lights just over, like we tried outlining the letters. Didn't work nearly as nicely as having it actually backlighting the letters. So there you see there's one set, we've had one set of 5 snowfall lights in the word fireworks. So we've got F, R, W, O, and S are lit up. And you'll notice they're firing all at slightly a different time. It makes it a little bit more interesting and attractive to get people to come off the street and into the store. Now, above the fireworks is painted a star, which you won't be able to see here very well. That is a blue star, and we have backlit it with a fan of mini snowfall lights. That's a set of 12 mini snowfall lights. We used the green set, and we're making it give that burst effect, which we really, really liked. That's something we thought of on the fly, and we're very pleased with that look. Now, in the bottom of the window, you see these lights are chasing each other from the left to the right. Those are just snowfall tubes that are laid horizontally, and we found that having them all go one direction pointed people toward, subliminally even, toward the entrance door right there. Okay? Now we had a little window here. We decided we'd just put a red, a white, and a blue just to look interesting. and we put them up at odd angles because uniformity doesn't stand out as much as odd angles do. So that's why we did that. Now let's go over to this last window. I'll show you what we did over here. Okay, now this is a really interesting effect we came up with. As a team effort. The vertical part, which looks like the trail of the of fireworks, it shoots up from the bottom, ends in a burst of light. So the one on the left that you're looking at is a blue snowfall tube, and it shoots up, and we've timed it by using a 3-channel controller. And then we timed, there's 2 sets of mini snowfall tubes in there, so there's 24 tubes there. There's a set of white ones, that's the one in the middle, and there's a set of multicolor, which are the outside. And you can see we've timed those to where they fire almost exactly the same time. But the white one is slightly ahead of it. You'll see the white one dies out before the outside one, so that gives you that bursting, that firework burst effect. Okay? And being white that changes into colors, we thought that would be just a very interesting thing for the customers to look at. This other one, the green one, we led into it with a purple streak, that's also a snowfall tube, and just using one set of the mini tubes, the mini snowfall lights in green, we made a single color burst. It's just a small one because we had a little bit of space in the window. Now, just because you might be curious, we left that third window alone. We at first had tried putting in a firework in this window behind this big firecracker diagram, and we found that it looked really complicated with that firecracker. It obstructed it too much. So we stuck to this glass right here and gave everybody a really beautiful view. Now this display has been up about 24 hours. Business opened earlier today. Today's July 1st. And the proprietor told me that they had several people come in saying that they saw the lights last night and therefore came into the store today. So this is good for business. And so even during the daytime in the brightest hours, you won't be able to see these lights so much from the street, but at night as people drive by because they're bored or whatever, especially it's going to be now, there's been several cars come by already, they got nothing better to do, they're looking around and they see these lights, well, they're going to have to come and check it out tomorrow. So this is going to mean really good things for the bottom line at the end of the fireworks weekend. I also want to point out that these lights were all provided by Imaginary Colors right here in Belleville, Kansas. You can find us on imaginarycolors.com. You can find us at Imaginary Colors on Facebook. So find us on Facebook and be sure to friend us. Now, the store is Crazy Ed's Fireworks. They're here in the 1700 block of M Street. I'm sorry, it's the 1600 block of M Street in Belleville, and they're open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day through Sunday. And they've been doing fireworks stands in Kansas for several years, and they're pretty much known for having really good prices on quality goods. And you'll notice this location is not a tent, it's actually inside of a store, so it's air conditioned and you don't have the humidity making your fuses soggy. And as a guy who loves fireworks, I know all about soggy fuses. So I hope you've enjoyed this tour and that you'll come and see us at imaginarycolors.com. Stop in and see Crazy Ed's in Belleville, Kansas, or some of their other locations. And we appreciate your time watching this. Have a happy, safe 4th of July. Thank you to all our veterans for our freedom. We appreciate you, and we appreciate the sacrifices you've made and those of your families. We know it's a tough life out there, and thank you very much. Bye-bye.